What's good? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get into it. Man, I never understood something. Diddy made a speech at the Grammys. I remember he was talking about ownership and giving product and work back, back to the artists, black artists, and masters and royalties. But they never seem to hold him accountable for nothing. And more than I'm one of the biggest people that say, hey, you signed the contract, live up to what you signed up to. It's nobody's fault. These things are happening to you. You are making it your choice. You need to address it. You need to fix it. Now, once again, people keep bringing up other artist situations when dealing with Mase. Mase spoke about his situation, what he's going through as a man and an individual. He stated it, but before y'all don't even, people's memory is bad. Social media has messed up your minds. It was made to be a distraction, to take your attention and focus away for moments at a time on what they want you to focus on, which was supposed to be a tool for information, has turned into a weapon used against you at all given times. Now, what's the major problem here? The major problem is simple. Very simple. Sean Puffy Combs bought Mase's publishing for $20,000. Right? And 24 years later, Mase wanted to buy him back and said, I'm willing to pay you $2 million. He didn't say, give me mine. Just give it to me. No, he said, I will buy my masters back. And Puffy told this man, I got an idea for a business model. Follow it to the letter. And then at the end, you should be able to get it back. Or you can just outbid these white folks that's ready to buy it. These euros are ready to buy it. I'm ready to sell it to them. Up to you. How would you feel when the whole reason anyone looks at Puffy as an artist and takes him seriously is because of your pen? Mase was the guy to get Puff going. I know we want to give, a credit to Big. Big did his part, but they made Puffy into the character he is. And it hurts me that other people who grew up around the situation, who saw the situation, who was around the situation, they keep taking the wrong kind of shots. It's counterproductive. It really is. It's really counterproductive when you move in such a way that I find this kind of treacherous. But hey, it is what it is. Other people, you can't expect other people to do what you would do in a situation like that. Now, I don't hate these moves that he made, and he's a positive guy and all that. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. But my thing is, you can't sit there and preach about how you about people owning their own and all this stuff. You can't do that if you're the exact opposite of that. Taylor Swift went through that situation with her first recordings, right? And how she couldn't get those back unless she go to Scooter Braun, who basically was the person who wanted her, to manage and represent her. Now she hated on him so much He went and got the masters. So now Scooter owns her property. Her rights. All of it. Now, we have a lot of different people keep coming up with ideas, and they keep saying, oh, this is the new wave. This is the new thing. This is the new. So it's not about that. It's about people who've worked and put in the work being rewarded for what they've done. But who you working for, Puff? Huh? Who you really putting this out to? Who you really trying to fool? Because we all know this is about Clive. You still working for somebody else. Bad Boy Records was gonna fold. You made a Biggie tribute before his body was even cold. There was a tribute CD, maxi EP that was on the streets with Missing You. Junior Mafia had a track. You got the Locks. And y'all have profited off marketing Biggie's demise forever. Y'all don't honor his birthday. Y'all honor the day he died. And you rode that marketing all the way to the end. Now, if you feel Mase wronged you the first time when he up and left or whatever, y'all have come to an impasse and have worked past that many years ago. Supposedly, you saying, we got past that. Well, he's not asking you to let's go do business together and go on concert. He's just saying, I'm going to buy it back from you. And with the strength of what that man has done for your organization, your children, your artists around you, right? And how everybody in the industry has a narrative. To try to hold a man down. You got the so-called king of rap, the pop version of the king of rap, who want to call himself God MC. You got that guy going around here perpetrating, but playing games, perpetrating like he's the people's champion, like he fights for the people, when he actually is one of the gatekeepers. Just like Puff, they gatekeepers. This is the reason that Rick Ross is on the Ferris wheel right now. He got to keep putting out an album every year. At the end of the day, Rick Ross has just made better investments with his money to cover up his bad. His record sales, they not there. A Rick Ross record come and go. So you can't tell me Rick Ross is the hottest artist on the streets. He's just popularized. But people don't really listen to his music. But he gets all of these opportunities. Why are these opportunities allotted for all these other guys to come in and invest? But they try to blackball other artists because they're not involved. Diddy and Jay own pieces of Rick Ross. So they're going to make sure Rick Ross has a part in this, and this. Because they're going to get a piece. They are going to get a piece of it. Now, what has Puff done to keep himself hot? Mase left after really the first album. He had recorded the second album, was like, all right, y'all want to play games and everything else. I'm really just tired and exhausted from this. I'm just out. And then Puff is coming with the bag then. I just wish at that moment in time, Mase would have just told Puff, I'm going to need my publishing back. But you're young at that time. You don't know. But as grown men and people that have been through the trenches and 20 years down the road, you realize, man, look what I've amassed. And I got this off the back of that man. It's not going to set Puff back to let Mase get his masters. Let him pay $2 million or whatever it is. Come to something reasonable. Why would you want a Euro to own Mase's music and put his kids through college? And these people did nothing. They had nothing to do with the process of making these records. They had nothing to do with any of it. But you telling me that you want to sell to them? Why? What would be the big reason? Because to me, it looks ridiculous. It looks foolish. I would never do such a thing. I would want ownership to go back to the artists that actually put the work together. I want to see my brothers and sisters have the opportunity to own the work that they put in. Because I remember, seeing James Brown have to go out and perform because his publishing had to get sold. All the tricks in the game to steal our royalties. All these people putting their kids to college off the backs of Tupac music. It's enough of that. They paying for weddings in Italy off of Dear Mama. Keep your head up, I get around. They paid off this. They don't even know where the money coming from. But the disrespect factor is that this is being portrayed and pushed around the globe every day, every night. This is the narrative. It's become a sickening effect. Very sickening effect. Well, people got to understand a few things. Don't know what this is from, but it's going in the trash. But notice how no news outlet, no entertainment, social media platform ever went to Puffy Combs when Mase dropped his song, The Oracle 2. Nobody went to Puffy and asked him anything about The Oracle 2. Why not? But you stand for black equality, right? How BET ran by people that ain't black. Black entertainment television ran by non-black people. What is up with that? See what I'm saying? You see, you got the Doug Morrises. You got all of these people running a big-time con game on you. They told you they built the strength of their wealth. Universal became a big conglomerate off the back of the soul songs and the masters and publishings of old black artists. So once again, off of the poor black artists who can't get a dime to support their own children and put their kids to school, they were able to finance, get loans, everything off the back of those publishings and masters. And now people are starting to figure out that's the game. I have to control my masters, own them, and still be able to perform. The artists that do that, they end up dead. They end up having their careers submerged, plundered into the ground with lies and smear campaigns. They turn the people off of you on to someone else. They did it to Rick James. They did it to Prince. They did it to Michael Jackson. And they will do it to you. The list goes on and on. Clive Davis did not help Whitney Houston. Clive Davis did not help Sean Puffy Combs. What he did was make Sean Puffy Combs his subservient. What Whitney Houston did was spiral out of control. Clive did not. He just did his thing to keep her in the business, on the Ferris wheel. Whatever it takes to make Whitney happy. That's my star. That's my international star. Right? But when she passed, how many people blame Clive for bringing her back out too soon? If you cared for Whitney, you see, nobody do that. So I try to protect people like Puff, and because we go at our own people so much. But when our own people are being basically gatekeepers, and y'all get mad at me when I talk about Hov. You just hate JayZ. I was one of the people that used to praise this dude. I used to be like, "Oh, play this guy, play this guy." Y'all wouldn't even listen to him. Y'all wasn't even a JayZ fan. Now you can't find one person that said they weren't a JayZ fan. I remember the old JayZ. Back when y'all were all Tupac and Biggie fans. You know, I was listening to the old JayZ records because we were staying up on the up and comings. But his practices, I don't like. I don't like his maneuvers. And I don't see him as an outstanding businessman for other people. For himself, yes. Puffy, for himself, yes. Is he going to make everybody around him rich? I don't see that. So I would be reluctant to do business with him unless I come in there and he bringing something to the table. No. But the people I've seen him around is people that he can make money off of. And whatever happens to them, happens to them. That's how I saw with Jay. Do Benny Siegel got his masters? What about Memphis Bleek? Bleek got his masters to his tracks? I don't think so. How many artists that was on Rockefeller Records, Chris and Neef and all those guys, are they multimillionaires? What happened? It was like he found Yeezy and Rick Ross. He made them star. Duh. He didn't make Rick Ross no star. Rick Ross got hot in Miami. JayZ already had the You Can't Ban the Snowman mixtape. That's what got them hot. Now, Rihanna, how many of y'all know Rihanna put out like 3-4 albums before Umbrella hit? They was about to drop Rihanna. They had her doing cover songs like Mary J. Blige. They didn't know what to do with Rihanna. See, when you too busy with your eyes on her ass instead of focusing on your job, somebody else did Umbrella. And they gave it to Rihanna. But you think Rihanna didn't realize what was happening with her publishing? Listen to the album Anti again. They better have my money. Pay me what you owe me. I'm trying to tell you, Anti is her best work. And as you see, she ain't been eager to put out music. And you know why people ain't been eager to put out music? Because they know they weren't really getting paid off the work what they should have been getting paid. And now she used that vehicle to where she's making her own money outside of them. Because that title thing messed up everything for everybody else. And what do Jay do more than anybody else in this world? He sells out. He screwed over his partners to get with the white partners. Screwed over Dame and Biggs and all of them. So he can go roll with his white team. He gets Rockaware. Right? Got Rockefeller Records. Sold both of them, right? Sold Rockaware for cash. Millions in cash. To who? Euros. Right? Sold it. Got his company up. The dude say, Ace of Spades. What'd he do? Sell it. Make a deal with the Euros. So you're never going to lean on JayZ to do what's best for you. He's only going to do what's best for JayZ. Partnering with him, always know That guy is going to sell you out at some point. When he did Tidal, I told everybody, I said, he's going to sell it. And Prince, had he been alive, he would have took JayZ's head off. Because the only reason Prince wanted to do work with you is because Prince wanted to do that. But Prince wasn't going to sell to them. He said, we need to control our masters. He's always been about that. And you tried to go, when he died, you tried to go and steal his music from his family. And they were like, we ain't stupid enough to let you do that. No. This is what he wanted. He wanted to work with Tidal. Yeah, but if he known you was going to do what you did and then sell it, Tidal was a good idea, but a dangerous idea for Jay. When you got a dangerous, weak owner for something that is as monumental and as game-changing as that, it's going to change the game and affect Spotify. It's going to Pandora, all those other companies. They're going to have to run for the hills because you make more money as an artist off your 1,000 or 1 million streams or whatever than you would on any other platform. You will get paid back more from Tidal. So naturally, that should appease to you as an artist. But the red tape with that is basically Tidal is Koch. The reason they can afford to pay you that much more is because you got less distribution, less outlets, less marketing. So what Jay was thinking is, we get all the artists into this, we build this up ourselves, we don't need marketing, we just got our names. If we got all of these artists putting in our money, we own all this shit. And we're good. Nope, Jay sold and everybody had to sell their shares. Sure, they all got some millions of dollars, but that's not what they got in it for. They're like, okay, so some millionaires just got a couple of extra $1,000,000. Everybody made $2-3 million a piece. Like, you originally invested, you got $2-3 million. He sold the company. No, he sold them out. He sold the people out. But that's what he does. And you're mad at Mase? Why? He's asking for what is his and want to buy it. What you mad at him for? Oh, he's a crybaby. You always try to change the narrative. Oh, he a pastor. He don't even rap no more. What does that have to do with it? Most people that rap are Christians, right? They claim they Christian, they Catholic, they everything else, so they can't worship God and be a rapper. But you do it every day. You listen to rap and then go to church on Sunday. Then want to criticize a man who says he's a pastor. You want to make the rules on what he can and cannot do. When on Sundays, he goes in and preaches the word of God. No one said you got to go listen to Mase and how he wants to do. He's a man, he's a God-fearing Christian. And if you ain't and you're not or whatever, that's on you. But you don't have to put him in that box. You're choosing to do that as a reason to try to rationalize him not getting what he's supposed to do because you have some blind faith or belief that we need to protect Puff in this situation. I'm a guy that calls it down the line. When Puff is right about something, he's right about something. When he's wrong about something, he's wrong about something. That's just the way it is. Now you got other people out here, they have their grievances with Puff for whatever reason it is, and they go after him and say what they want to say about their stories and times. I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's their business. Let them handle it. But to me, some of the stuff, Puff is Puff. And if you've seen from his interviews lately, all he does is lie. He lied at the Oscars. Yeah, Chris and Will, they worked that out. Yeah, they was in the back, they talked, they worked that out. They tried to spread that narrative. The Oscars immediately shut that down like that is a lie. They did not talk in the back. Puffy just trying to be Puffy and put himself in a situation that ain't got nothing to do with him for the attention and shine. Once again, always marketing. He came right out and mentioned the whole situation. Don't worry, Will and Chris, we gonna handle that at the Gold Room. The Gold Room was Puff's little thing, his engagement. So he was trying to promote, oh, everybody come to the Gold Room. It's going down at the Gold Room. Always selling. Then he lied about the whole Suge Knight incident. So Puffy always gonna lie, and the media is not gonna hold him responsible. They're not gonna. Now I ain't saying they gotta judge him. Ask him the damn questions. Y'all don't say, why did you lie on Jermaine Dupri and say that it was about Jermaine Dupri? You know damn well what happened that night. Jermaine Dupri's story is completely different from your story. And people who was there know that what you told wasn't even a fraction of the truth of what happened. You know what happened, and what you told has been a complete lie. Why are you lying? That's the bigger question. What you lying for, man? What are you lying for? Now, when you can answer that question of why you're lying and all of these things that you've done, then we can start getting to the gist of things. The people acting like Mase is crying and complaining. But this is what these giants and mega stars do. They ignore everything. Like I told you, Puff ain't gonna say anything because he know there's nothing he can really say. So he's gonna stay quiet until it all fades away and other stuff happen in the news and no one's talking about it again. And now here I am bringing it back up to the forefront, saying to the people, why no one is asking Puffy any questions? Can we please just ask him one or two so we can know? Am I wrong for that? Was Mase wrong for that? I think I'm making some sense here. I don't feel like I'm defending somebody. I feel like I'm actually making sense. If I'm not, please let me know. Other than that, hopefully all you have hit the like button by now. Or at least subscribe to the page. My Cash App is Carcino. It says it in the banner. The Patreon, we told you about what happened when the NBA decided to make LeBron James. And that's what's like going on right now. I told you we was going to go right into that, and we did. So that's burning up the charts. And as of right now, I am out.